Hey everybody, I'm Brandon Grasley, and this is Grasley Games. I play games, I open products, and when I open boosters, I read every card in every pack. And I opened a bunch of boosters recently, and these are the 6 packs that I had opened. This is now a sealed pool from my box of Amonkhet. No mythics in this batch, but we got 6 rares, and let's see what we can put together. So I've already sorted everything by color. I have my multicolored stuff up here, as well as I have one bicycle land, the blue-white one, and some colorless stuff. So let's take a quick look here. The rares I have, even Mind Sensor over here, Champion of Ronus, Sweltering Suns, Prepare to Fight, and Failure to Comply are up here. And yeah, that Irrigated Farmland is also a rare. So nothing's super pushing me into any direction. Champion of Ronus is pretty nice. You can exert it. Let me maybe read the card for you here. You may exert it as it attacks, and when you do, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So you don't pay the cost for it, you just exert it and go for it. And it's a 3/3, so it's a pretty big dude already, and it's only 4 mana, so that's a pretty relevant ability, and I kind of like that. So let's take a look at green first and see if we have enough stuff happening in the rest of the color. So uncommons first. We have Sixth Sense. Whenever the creature deals combat damage to a player, may draw a card. Okay. Watchful Naga. You may exert it as it attacks when you do draw a card. Okay, so that is a 2/2 for 3 with some card draw again. So 2 with card draw. That's our first other creature there. Crocodile Crossing is great. 5/4 with haste. You can put a -1/-1 counter on a creature that you control to get it out there for only 4 again. So if we put that with Champion of Ronus, we've got a couple of 4-drops that are both really significant and helpful. Shed Weakness. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and you can take a counter off of it. So maybe if we end up with enough -1/-1 counters. Stinging Shot. 3 -1/-1 counters on a creature with flying. I don't know. Let's see. Dissenter's Deliverance. I don't really think so. Haze of Pollen. This is a fog. It's 3 to cycle, is very expensive, and it costs 2 to play. I'm not loving that. Gift of Paradise is a ramp spell. 2 mana instead of 1. Okay. Pouncing Cheetah I like. That's a flash card. Hooded Brawler gets +2/+2 when you exert it, so it's a 3/2 for 3. Can become a 5/4 every other turn. Maybe. That's pretty good, I guess. Kind of middling. Spidery Grasp, +2/+4, and reach until end of turn for 3 mana. Maybe, if we had enough trampling going on. Cartouche of Strength, enchanted creature. This one's good. This +1/+1 and trample on the enchanted creature. When it comes in, you can have it fight another creature. So either before or after combat, you can make that work. I think I like that. Giant Spider. Another one. Okay, so what did we end up with there? Pardon me. Of the stuff I actually like, 1, 2, 3, only 4 creatures. And then there's some playable creatures that aren't great. So 4 that I like, for sure. Let's take a look at red. Our rare here is Sweltering Suns. It deals 3 damage to each creature, including our own. It costs 1 red, cycling a 3. I don't really think so. Consuming Fervor. +3/+3 to the enchanted creature, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on it. So it only costs 1, gives +3/+3, but not for long. Warfire Javelineer. When it enters the battlefield, X damage to target creature and opponent controls. Oh yeah. Instant sorcery cards. Too hard and limited. Magma Spray. 2 damage to target creature. If it would die, exile it instead. So this is shock with upside. That's good. Tormenting Voice is okay. Fling. This can be good. And it's an instant, so if something's going to die, you can toss it. Thresher Lizard gets +1/+2 as long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand. So 3/2 for 3 isn't great, but it becomes a 4/4 if you're really close to the edge. Got some card draw in the green, though. Not if we don't have to. Violent Impact, no thanks. Pursue Glory. Attacking creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. Has cycling. +2/+0 for 4. Electrify. Costs 4. 4 damage to target creature. It's like Super Shock. It's an instant, maybe. Desert Ceradon, cycling of 1. This is a great card. 5 and a red. It's big, but it's a 6/4, and you can cycle it for just 1 red mana. That's pretty good. We ended up with a pretty good pile there. Did we get a lot of creatures? No, just instants except for that last creature. That is not probably where we're going to end up. Okay, Bone Picker is fabulous. So that's a yes if we end up in black. Lay Bare the Heart, sorcery. No, I don't think so. Make somebody discard a card for 2 at sorcery speed. Festering Mummy. When it dies, you can put a -1/-1 counter. Sure. Supernatural Stamina. Target creature gets +2/+0. And when it dies, it comes back. So regenerate. I don't know. Combat trick. Trespasser's Curse. When a creature enters the battlefield under enchanted player's control, the player loses a life and you gain a life. That could be good. We're in limited here. Maybe. Only costs 2. Dune Beetle. 1/4 for 2. Not a terrible rate, but it's not going to do any damage. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Doomed Dissenter is a 1/1 for 2. But when it dies, you get a zombie. So, yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. It's not too bad for an early play. Splendid Agony, you can move stuff around. Distribute 2 -1/-1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. Not necessarily yours. I don't think so. Cursed Minotaur, great. Pitiless Vizier, when you cycle or discard, it gets indestructible. Now, it is a 4/2 for 4. Okay, but not fabulous. Soul Stinger, oh yeah, this is a 4/5 for 4. You have to put 2 -1/-1 counters, and then you can use it to kill stuff later. Okay, one of those would be fine. Final reward, exile target creature. Sure, we'll take some removal. Okay, black's not too bad. How many creatures do we end up with there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 creatures, okay. We have a Zenith Seeker here, flying, and when you cycle or discard, you can give another creature flying. 2/2 for 4. Okay. Not really. Lay Claim, you get to steal a permanent. It costs 7, though. Wow. That's tough to pull off. Slitherblade can't be blocked. 1/2 for 1. Okay. Compelling Argument costs 2. Target player puts 5 cards into his or her graveyard. Cycling cost of 1. You're not going to mill somebody out with this. I'm not seeing how that's going to work out for us right now. Seeker of Insight. Draw a card, then discard, and only before you cast stuff. So 1/3 for 2. Maybe. Winds of Rebuke. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Each player puts top 2 cards of his or library into his or her graveyard. So bounce a permanent that's not a land. Put some stuff in your graveyard, and it costs 2. Yeah, I could see that. That's a removal spell that could be helpful. Scribe of the Mindful. Pay 1 and tap and sacrifice it to get an instant or sorcery back. So far, I'm not seeing that happening in this deck. Heckma Sentinels. When you cycle or discard a card, it gets +1. No. Ancient Crab. No. Hieroglyphic Illumination. Now this card is very good. 3 and a blue to draw 2 cards. Might not sound great, but you can cycle it for 1, which is blue. Draw a card. Good. Naga Oracle. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards, put any number in the graveyard, and then the rest back on top. So it's not exactly Scry, but it's kind of close to it. And let's see, 2/4 for 4. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, 2 of those, though? I don't think we need 2. Now, River Serpent costs 6. Can't attack unless there are 5 or more cards in your graveyard. That's fairly easy to get to by the time you have 6 mana going. Cycling cost of 1 as well, and it's a 5/5. I like that. So, creature, instant, creature. Okay, now we're down to white. This is the longest color by a long shot. Even Mind Sensor is the beginning here. It's a 2/1 for 3 with flash and flying. So on its own there, that's okay, not super. But if an opponent would search a library, the player searches the top 4 cards of the library instead. It's not going to come up a lot in a sealed pool like this, in a sealed game. But let's see, a 2/1 with flying would cost a couple, and then with flash also. Yeah, it's kind of a combat trick too. That's worth it. Time to reflect, exile a creature that was blocked by zombie. Okay, this one only works if you have zombies. So let's see, we'll put it off to the side. Vizier of Remedies, if you we're going to put a -1/-1 counter on, you put one less. That could be good. We have a few -1/-1 creatures here, I think. Trial of Solidarity gives, till the end of turn, +2/+1 and Vigilance, and then you can get it back again. So this is one of those temporary ones. Not seeing enough cartouches here. Vizier of Deferment. This is sort of like a temporary exile. 2/2 for 3 with flash that can save a creature. I'll put that in the maybe pile then. Seraph of the Suns is an angel, flying indestructible. Costs 7. It's not going to happen, I don't think. Jerry's Resolve costs 1. Untap target creature. Prevent all damage that we dealt to it. So this is a save my creature spell for 1. Don't love it. Compulsory Rest. That's pacifism. Sure. Compulsory Rest. I think we might take 2 of those, depending. Anointer Priest. Whenever a token enters the creature under your control, you gain a life, whatever. And it can become a token. So an Embalm creature. Embalm is awfully good. We have 2 of these. They cost 2 or 4 out of the graveyard. I'm going to put those in the maybe, or in the probably pile even. Impeccable Timing, 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. No. In Oketra's Name, that's great, even if you don't have a lot of zombies. Those Who Serve, okay, we're getting 2 of those, so we're getting into some zombie territory here. Unwavering Initiate can be embalmed as well. It's a 3/2 with Vigilance for 3. That's good. Forsake the World is an instant to exile an artifact or enchantment. I don't think so. It's creatures we want to be able to deal with most of the time. Ret Crop Spearmaster is a 3/1 for 3 that can become a 4/1 with First Strike when you exert it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we need some playables, it's playable. Sparring Mummy, you can untap a target creature. So that's a 3/3 for 4. That's okay too. Got 2 of those. That's good if we end up with those exert creatures. Takrop Elite is very good as well. And Supply Caravan is good if we need some time. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's take a look at these guys up here. See if we got anything worth pushing us in one direction. So Prepare to Fight. That's we get +2/+2 and lifelink. The fight is at sorcery speed. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. So we can get a combat trick out of it, and then at some point later, or at the same time, I guess, if we're not doing it during combat, we can have creatures fight. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Blue-white, return target spell to its owner's hand, so that can be a creature or something else. And then Comply is choosing a card name and they can't cast it. So it doesn't work for lands because that's not a spell, but you can't cast it. I'd have to read really carefully on one of these not Aftermath, the Embalm cards to see. No, that's not a casting, that's an exile. So that will not stop embalming. Not loving that for this deck. Spring is to get a basic. Mind is to draw 2 cards for 6. Oof. Destined to Lead, +1/+0 and indestructible. The lead part is all creatures able to block target creature to this turn do so. That's a lure effect. So, okay. But I do like Prepare to Fight. So we're looking at white and green for that. That looks not bad, actually. Decimator Beetle is black-green. We also had that as a possibility here. There was some pretty good black support. Here we have Weaver of Currents. This is good tap to put 2 mana in your mana pool for a green and a blue. I don't think we really have green and blue together here, though, in a meaningful way. I don't think so. Okay, I think we're going to be in the white for sure. And I think white and green. So let's see what we ended up with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just going to set everything else out of the way. Okay. We had 7 cards here. Let's go creatures and non-creatures. That's my greens that I'm happy with. We had a bunch of white that I was happy with. Lots of white creatures, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white creatures. If we go for some more zombies, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are all zombies. That's 12 zombies now. We could do that. Or 12 creatures, rather. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 cards right there. 4 more creatures would be 17. Maybe those 20. And we need that removal and that. That's 20. What have I got here? 3, and I wasn't sure about this one, so let's get rid of that. Okay, I think we have our deck. Looks like it's white and green. We kept Inokhetra's name for our zombies. We don't have tons of zombies. This deck's kind of going in 2 directions. I'm not loving it, but maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Well, let me know if this is worth it, if it's worth having some zombies and some non-zombies, or maybe I should have just picked up all those black cards there and gone with a white-black deck. I don't know. Well, tell me what you think, because I'm certainly not 100% sure on this one. Oh, I didn't show you these couple other... What do we have here? Sun-Scorched Desert and Evolving Wilds. So I guess I could keep an Evolving Wilds for one of my lands. And you know what? The Sun-Scorched Desert's okay, too, when it comes in. I don't know. Don't know if I want that. We'll keep the Evolving Wilds as one of my lands. Okay, that's it. I'm done rambling. You let me know what you think. Go down to the comments below. Tell me what you would have played out of this pool. I'd really appreciate it. Love to learn from you. That would be great. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter or Facebook or all those other places. You can see that in the description below. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. GG.